Okay, this is video 24, and I'm going to, okay, the last video, where did I do it? In the game control, in the step for creating the UFO, I made a mistake in there. You might have tried it out and found it yourself, but the global UFO is actually all uppercase. For some reason I did that, and because it was causing an error. Okay, so global.ufo, and which isn't going to bring out the UFO at this point. But it runs. I noticed it wasn't running. That's why I found the error. Okay, so now we need to set up the UFO. Where's my UFO? Down here. Game UFO. So we got the game UFO, and we've also got the UFO. Let's throw that into the splash objects. Actually, okay, why do we have... The ship should be in the game objects. So we had the rock and the object UFO. Okay, that's good. Okay, so in the game UFO, let's add a create event. And if you guys use like Java or anything like that, this is basically just setting up for your object. You probably remember your start function or your update function, stuff like that. The create is basically the update function. So let's see, we're going to need a speed for it, and we'll make that random range. I'm going to go 0.3 to 5. And then the global UFO, uppercase, equals, and you can name it whatever you want whenever you had set it up, but it's going to equal true at this point. Let's go random equals, let's see, random equals iRandom, because this is going to be the direction, so it's going to be either 0 or 1. If random or R&D equals, oops, equals 0. Normally, if you notice, I usually put 1, but I'm going to do 0 just to spice it up, I suppose. Okay, so x equals 34. Okay, that means it's going to be, our ship is a certain dimension. Let's see, let's go look at our sprite of the ship, or the UFO. Where's the UFO? There it is. So it's 32 by 32. So what I did, my frame is 20. So all I added was almost outside the frame. So I added 14 to it. So it's kind of just outside the frame when it's created. Direction equals 0, which means this is coming from the right. Else x, well, that doesn't make sense, does it? Oh yeah, that's right, it's coming from the left because the direction is going to the left, or to the right. So because in Gamemaker, direction 0 is left. I mean right. God, I'm stumbling again. So when this is created, it's going to be coming from the left, heading to the right. Okay, and if it ends up being 1, then it will be coming from the right. Room width minus 34. And direction equals 180, because the direction of 180 is left. And okay, now, and that's for the X. Okay, I'll just leave it like that. Here's the Y. Let's open it up. Gotta get used to that. Okay, Y equals random range 82. And the reason I'm using 82 is because the top frame is 50 pixels. Now if you add 32, you got 82. And the other option is room height minus 52, which the bottom border of the frame is 20, add 32, 52. So that's for the Y direction. Let's go ahead and add the sound. If global dot sound on is true, script sound UFO. Whoops, UFO. And it will repeat. So true. Okay, let's give this a try, see if it works. Okay, so I'm going to sit here. You know what I should do? Make it faster. Let's see. Sorry everybody, I got a phone call. Oh, that's what I was doing. Okay. Lost my place here. Let's do this. I'm gonna tell it. Okay, so here's random 0 or 1. No, that's the direction. I'm in the wrong spot. Let's go into, just to make it just appear, I'm gonna go into the step, create UFO, and here I'm gonna just put a little code in here, just a temp code, random equals 50, and give that a try, and that'll make it pop out. Make sure it's running right, and there it is. Make sure it dies. Oh, I don't have it die yet. Oh, never mind. Okay, so there's the UFO. Now we got to add this other code here. I'm going to make it, let's add a step, and add the code. So here, if it's out of the screen, it'll destroy itself. So if X is smaller, because we don't know which direction it's going, smaller than 18, or X is larger than room width minus 18. And we don't need this code at this point, but I'm going to add it anyways, just in case it's too... It gets... well, it's never going to happen. But I'm going to add it anyways. Y is smaller than... let's look at this real quick. On the creation. 8252. This will never ever happen, but if you were to decide to have your ship fly in the Y direction, I'll say Y is smaller than 39, or Y is larger than room height minus 39. Then instance destroy. Whoops. That's a function. Okay, so basically this is the code we need. So that if it goes past smaller than 18 or larger than room width minus 18, so basically outside that our border we have, it will destroy itself. Now here's the important part. We'll add the destroy, add the code, and here all we have to do is say global dot UFO equals false, which gives it a chance to restart the ship again. And we'll say audio stop sound, and we'll say, because we're just doing the sound UFO. Okay, so that should work there. And let's give it a try. There's your UFO. He's not shooting at us yet. He will. And I can't shoot him at this point. And he can't hurt me at this point. And there, it reproduced another one. Okay, so we're going to have to make a bullet for the UFO. And I think what I'm going to do is, let's duplicate. Do I want to duplicate or just put it in there? Yeah, I'm just going to duplicate it. Screw it. I'm going to duplicate the sprite bullet. Oops. And we'll edit the sprite. Double click on that so we're in the editor. There it is. And we're gonna recolor it so it looks a little different. Where's the paint bucket? So we want, let's just go with a full yellow in the middle, kind of a darker yellow on the outside. And check that off. That's good. Let's call it sprite UFO. Oops. Bullet. And it's the same size bullet as our bullet. So, and then in the game objects, create object UFO bullet, and tell it to be the UFO bullet. And there's our bullet. So in the game, or I mean the UFO, in this step, Okay, so in the game UFO, in the create, we're going to create global dot UFO bullet, and we're going to call it false. Okay, so it's at false, and then the UFO bullet add event create, and add control code global dot UFO bullet equals true. And we need the sound, so if global dot sound fire, wait, that's not right. If global dot sound on is true, then script sound fire, sound underscore fire, and false. It only plays once. X equals object game UFO. Oh, dot X. Y equals object game UFO Y. Direction equals point direction. We're going to shoot it at the ship. At your ship, not the UFO. And we'll say, oh, here's where we need the ship tracker. Okay, so X, Y, object, ship tracker, which we have not made yet, dot X, object, ship tracker dot Y. So we're going to be shooting it at our ship. But we got to make sure, even if the ship has been destroyed, the bullet still continues on its course and not causing an error. So we're going to make a tracker, and I'm going to do that in the next video. But let's finish this up. Speed. I'm going to put it at 10. So it's kind of fast, kind of slow, it should work. Okay, so I'm going to finish this one up, and in the next one we're going to create the tracker. And what a tracker is just an invisible object that's going to track our ship, but it lives at all times. So if you destroy your ship, it doesn't cause an error when something's trying to shoot your ship or run into your ship or something like that. We'll detect hitting the tracker instead of the ship. Okay, I'm not sure if that makes sense at this point, but I will explain it in the next episode. Alright, so subscribe if you can, and I'll see you guys next time. Okay, bye.